time to go work on my mullet.
I thought you were going to work on your mullet. Where are the bathrooms the other way?
Yeah, but my mullet bench is that way. There are plenty of YouTube channels with excellent modelers with excellent production skills. This is not one of them. Welcome to Cable's Creations, a video channel on modeling for the rest of us. Hello, glue sniffers, paint huffers, and other slaves of the styrene. Welcome back to Cable's Creations. For my next project, it started off just seeing a meme. In fact, this one right here. That got me interested in it. It's like a plane with a mullet. I'm all for it. Turns out they were the 494th Fighter Squadron, and they had been involved in shooting down drones that Iran had launched at Israel. And so that squadron and at least one other were heavily involved in it. In that one, but it seemed plain mullet got a lot of attention and became a meme. Speaking of memes, with the recent Coldplay Kiss Cam video, here's another one. So, without further ado, let's get working on the model. In addition to kit parts, we use the AIM-9X from this Ming set, as well as an AIM-120C. From what I could tell, the AIM-120D looks extremely similar, if not identical, from the exterior, and it was actually the AIM-120Ds that they had. All right, got these various missiles painted up. Next up, get a clear coat, and then put the decals on. Starting with the armaments, as these came out of that Ming boxing of just armaments. I want to get those done so I can get those boxes put up, a little OCD kind of thing. And so for the pilot and weapons system officer, I rated Ming FA-18 kit so that I could get ones with the helmets. I also, this one, gonna put his shield, the face shield down, and altered the oxygen mask a little bit, and drilled a hole off to the side to get the oxygen tubing in to match the face mask on this one. Well, it took a couple of sessions to get it done, but finally got the decals of missiles all finished. And for example, those AIM-120s, that was total of 13 decals on each one. And all those little bitty decals. So gonna give them a wash and then a flat coat, and after the flat coat, the clear parts will go on the end of the sidewinders. All right, got some work done. I've gotten a panel liner of Starship Filth on all of the missiles, and it's like, well, I've gotten the uniform uniform colors and the boots in a slightly different shade. Got those, and then gonna pick out some highlights on the uniforms. I've also got the gray of the helmets done. Then I'll need to work on the visors, oxygen masks, and the hoses, as well as the forearms of pilot and the whiz up. Okay, got the missiles all finished, including the tips on those sidewinders. So I'm ready to bag those up and get them in the box with all the other parts. And then also had this sniper pod arrive. So I've gotten the parts separated off the little blocks, and so now it's time to glue it all together before getting it into paint. Okay, got some more preliminary work done. Got this sniper pod largely assembled. Still need to add that piece, but first need to cut out this one photo etch piece and paint it, and then attach it there. And then there's also some clear pieces going to go on. Also been working on this air crew. Largely got them painted, and might need to redo some highlights and maybe redo the flesh tones. Showing up a little differently on this orange background. The only thing left that hasn't been painted at all are the face screens. So get that done, and then do any touch-ups I might want to do, and then an oil wash, and they'll be ready. Well, didn't get that much done today. Main thing I did was got some highlights painted, and also got the face shields of the helmets painted. So we'll get those into a clear coat so that I can put a wash over it. And also gonna clear coat the sniper pod so I can get decals on it. And particularly waiting to get the clear coat on so that I can finally put that photo etch piece inside of there, which where'd it go? I first painted black, primed black, and then painted it clear yellow, or first painted it silver and then put some clear yellow over it. And then back to the sniper pod, there's some clear pieces that'll go in that, over that area right there, and I may or may not use some holographic foil over it. We'll just see how it looks first with just the clear part, and if I like it, I'll leave it. If not, I'll put the holographic film over it. I've seen reference pictures, some where they look clear, somewhere it looks like it's got a holographic cover to it, so just trying to go with whatever I feel looks best. Also got it put up already. I was planning to do this in flight, and I've got the front or actually the rear bay doors cut off and glued into place, and it doesn't look half bad. All right, got the sniper pod all put together. You need to put some decals on it. That's why it's in a gloss coat, similar to the pilots. They're gonna get a oil wash, and then I'll go back and flat coat them, then flat coat the sniper pod after the flat coat. And I've decided, yeah, the way this ended up looking, I'm gonna go ahead and put that foil over the clear parts there. But first I'm just gonna mask it off before the flat coat goes on. Okay, I got the dull coat on the pilots as well as the targeting pod. Oh, going back a bit, found out the Sky Raider had a slightly different drop tank than what was given in the kit, so I cut the end off and then put a piece of styrene on and sanded it to shape. Now I've got it painted, and so do just a little bit of weathering on that to match the rest of it. Also been doing some sculpting and other work. So if you see, there's a baseball cap, a folded camel, and a folded American flag, and then some little tiny Zen cans. Okay, did some painting and a little bit of priming. Primed the inside of those fuselage halves in the cockpit area, and also got the gray on the cockpit. Gonna need to mask off and do some black with, and then get the switches all white, similar for the instrument panel. So I got the camelback and the baseball cap painted in kind of the sand yellow, and then primered these tanks and a little bit of the seam line left of construction that need to work on. One part of it may be a gap that I need to get filled. Okay, I got some detail painting done on the cockpit. Some of it's not necessarily that bright, showing up that well. Might give it another coat later. But on the flip side, it's going to be a closed canopy, so a lot of this ain't even going to show up. But still going to try to get it as good as possible. I still need to put some green over those screens. I think I'm going to try some clear green first, just to give it that clear green, greenish black screen look. Also going to have pilots over those seats, so not going to be too worried about the appearance of those. Well, been doing a bunch of painting today. So this part, kind of the combing, that'll go right there. Got it painted up. Has got the green on those screens. So got those two handles painted black, and I got these two painted gray and black. Also use some styrene to kind of fill in where things are sunk down on those gear doors. And since this was a kit made to be geared down, it wasn't the greatest, so I got just didn't fit right, so I've got some styrene going over it to get it sanded down. I'm gonna, since I puttied it, I'm gonna wait, let that putty set up overnight and just see from there what it's looking like, and is it ready to
just give it a chance to try to sink down a little bit, so areas that might need a second coat. All right, got the cockpit tub all done. I had to move some parts around just a little bit, do a little surgery on the legs but not amputation, to get them to fit in there. And can't really see it on the videos, but I got the clear green on top of the black on those things. Also did a little bit of panel lining on those side consoles. Also got that American flag and the tablet fixed, so everything on the combing, or the mullet head on the combing, is going to be there. All right, getting started on a new project. Stick around. And hopefully this one's not going to take as long as that toilet bomber did. The good news is I'm almost done with any kind of modifications, and not really going to have any photo etch or resin parts to deal with on this one, so hopefully it'll go along pretty quick. Till then, showing you mine to hopefully make you feel better about yours.